Hey everybody, it's Stephanie. Today I am going to apply a smoky eye with my new e.l.f. bite-size quad cream and sugar shadow palette, as well as a full face of makeup with cream products under powder foundation. I'm going to start out with eyeshadow. I'm not going to touch my face with any concealer or makeup because I'm going to do a smoky eye, which is going to include some shimmer from this e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadow palette, and this is cream and sugar. I've not done a smoky eye in a while. I'm not a makeup artist, but I think it's fun to try. I'm going to use this darkest shade here. I am using this small eyeshadow brush. Sometimes this is just fun. Well, it should be fun all the time, but anyway. It's snowing in New England. Oh, Florida, how I miss you so. A little trial and error with the brushes and applying the product. I've never used any of the e.l.f. shadows for any kind of dramatic look. So it's taken a lot of effort to get this to lay down on my lid. As usual, I have to go through, is it the brush? Is it the makeup? Is it my primer? I already have the primer, can't change that. I'm already using the makeup, can't change that. So let's go on to a different brush. This is the Flame brush from Small. Let's see, I usually use this in my crease, so let's try. I am going, in addition to playing with a smoky eye, my goal today is I want to see how the full coverage Maybelline powder foundation works with cream products. That's risky.
I guess I have to watch. I would like to watch a YouTuber do this. Who's not a makeup artist. I want to see if they're going to do this. Did they go through the same?
I'm going to do my eyebrows. I wanted to do that before I got started. This is a Kokie eyeliner pencil in the shade Blonde. I know that snow is very, very important, and we need it. So I'm trying to have a positive attitude about it. I'm going to use this. This is actually a concealer brush from Small, but it's dense, so I'm going to use it to pick up the shimmer. And I am going to go in with this. I'm going to use this coppery goldy shade right here. What I was saying is when we were kids, it would snow and we would be so excited. We would be out there just, oh, we didn't care if it was cold. We didn't care if it was wet. Snow angels, icicles. It was the most fun ever. And then I grew up. I'm deciding if I like that. I'm not sure I do. I mean, I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. I'm just not wowed. I'm going to go in with this lighter sparkle shade here and see what happens. But when I put shimmer on my eyes, I really like it to show up. This one definitely shows up. This is also the one I used yesterday, and I know there's a ton of fallout, but I do like it. I do think it's pretty, and I'm glad I did it. So I basically used both of those shimmers. I like that. I like it. I'm going to take this It Cosmetics Dual Face Brush. I like this end right here. And I'm going to use sort of peachy, and I'm going to use that up here. I'm going to use the same brush, and I am going to go in and soften out. Next, I'm going to use this Zova 322 eyebrow liner. I like to use it for a eyeliner brush. It's very precise. And I'm going to go in again with this darkest shade. Eyelash curler. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to use this Revlon and see how it works compared to the e.l.f. I think the e.l.f. for $3 works really well, but I think that e.l.f. one is starting to get worn out. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just use this one. I've been using that e.l.f. one a lot. I think the e.l.f. eyelash curler is ready for the bin. I'm using this CoverGirl, the Super Sizer waterproof. I did not mean to get it waterproof. I do not like waterproof. Super Sizer mascara. I like the brush because it's good for lengthening. I am really excited to try the face makeup. I want to hurry up and get through this so I can see how that face makeup is going to perform with the cream products. Even though I'm pretty conservative with my eye makeup and my makeup in general, I really do like the look of a smoky eye in photographs. It looks really nice. The one thing that I don't hold back is contour. I love to contour. Contouring is, I like it. I remember one time I heard a sound bite from a very young, very famous beauty influencer, reality show personality. It was just a soundbite, and it said, and she probably was 18 or 19 years old, I think at the time, but maybe she might have been 20, I don't know, but she was young. And she said, contouring and highlighting has changed my life. I'm like, wow, it changed your life? Wow. I think I might understand why she said it now. Alrighty, people. I think that's smoky enough. There's construction going on still in this house, so I may have to end up not talking and doing a voiceover. Otherwise, it will be too much of a disturbance. okay, that's my non-makeup artist, non-professional, smoky eye look. I'm good with it. I like it. So now what I need to do is get under my eyes and pick up any glitter because I know it's there. I'm using Burt's Bees. It's a cleansing oil. Just a little bit. Usually I like to use a little softer cloth than this, but I don't have one right now. I'm gonna moisturize a little bit before I go any further. I have this Mario Badescu Caffeine Eye Cream, which pretty sure you can't see it, but that's what this is. So I can replenish. While that is settling down, I'm gonna do my lip. I'm gonna use this Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil in the shade Legendary. This is a really nice lip pencil for $2.99. I hardly ever use this. This is the NYX Soft Matte to Cream lip color in the shade Abu Dhabi. It's very comfortable. I really, really like NYX lip products. They're good. So this particular shade isn't awesome for me. I am going to use some NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Maybelline, just a little bit. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color correct. I just went through this whole spiel about my Stila palette, which if you've watched any of my videos, you know how much I love this palette. I'm about ready to hit pan on the peach. And I was saying that I tend to less is more under the eyes, but if I have a lot of darkness, I feel like I'm able to use as much as I'm, if I'll use as much as I want pretty much without a lot of consequence for it because it works so well. It's so creamy and it just works really well under the eyes. And I'm looking at it and it's not caking, or not yet anyway, so we'll keep an eye on it, but this is just a good palette. I'm gonna cancel some redness on my face with this green concealer here. Usually this goes right on my nose. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette that I got for $9 and I love it. And I'm gonna go in with my finger right here. I'll probably speed this up so I don't have to bore you with it. I know it's a lot of makeup, isn't it? That's why I'm excited to see if that powder foundation is gonna work over the top. I'm very interested to see how it's going to work. I'm gonna take this shade here. I love the way this feels. It's beautiful. It just feels beautiful. It looks beautiful, and I really like it. And I'm going to do my usual contouring my cheeks, bringing my cheeks up instead of down. I'm going to take this contour angled brush here and take a little bit of this contour around my bottom of my nose. this lip pencil I was using earlier, same one, and I'm going to use it to contour my nose. I like this because it's creamy and it's easy to control. I'm going to take this Pharmacy foundation brush that I like to use just to blend the contour. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Flawless Brightening pen. This is in the shade Fair. The powder foundation is full coverage, so it won't be a lot of makeup. Damp beauty sponge from Pharmacy here. Time for foundation. I am using this Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage 16-hour, up to 16-hour powder foundation. This is the shade Ivory, and it's too light for my skin, so maybe with the contour underneath that will sort of assuage some of that pale outcome I get from it. All right, let's see how this works. So I'm going to take this flat head BS small brush and I'm going to grab, I'm not being conservative, not being ridiculous either, but okay, here we go. I was so impressed by this foundation when I used it a week or so ago. I just literally could not believe how good it was for mature skin. I just could not believe it. It was just so good. Okay, so it's probably too early to tell, but right now, that is a really, really bad color shade for my skin. I wanted mostly just wanting to see how it's going to behave, and so far it seems to be playing nice with the cream products underneath. I want to see how this will behave if I were going to wear it on a normal makeup day, not by massively caking it on today just to see how far I can push it. I really want to see if this is going to work. So I'm trying to be normal with the amount of foundation that I'm putting on right now. I'm avoiding this area here because, okay. What I can see so far is that it's upon initial application, and I'm looking at like a 5 times mirror, I don't see it rebelling. Okay, I'm gonna take this Pharmacy concealer brush here because it's got a nice firm brush on it, and I'm gonna go around and move foundation where it needs to be blended a little better. Let's do some blush. I'm going to use this angled BS Small brush. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Matte Bronzer, and I can sweep it very gently over my face. It's very creamy. It's probably the best bet if I want to add a little bit more life to this color. So, okay. And I'm using this fluffy brush, powder brush from BS Mall, and I'm just gently tapping it. Just helping it to release some of the product off the brush, so without it being too much. I think that helped warm it up. I'm not going to put any powder on this. I'm just going to leave it alone. I love the way it looks right now. I love the way it looks here and looking in the mirror. But I'm gonna hold out and see what happens if it breaks apart, if it looks like duty later on because there's so much. So we'll see what happens, and I'll check back in with you. I toned down the lights so it's not so bright, so there's that. Take it even further. I don't think the light is making me cheat. I don't think so. Okay, this is the lighting that I had initially when I put the makeup on. And it's only been maybe 2 or 3 hours. It's dark outside, so I can't use any natural lighting out there. But if I wanted to wear a ton of makeup, I would wear this. It's not settling in anything. I don't have creases under my eyes. I don't have a bunch of stuff in my forehead. I mean, I have lines and things because they're there, but it's not making it worse with the amount of makeup that I'm wearing right now with the powder foundation on top of it. If I were looking to just cake on a bunch of makeup and go full out, I'd do this, even on my almost 60-year-old skin. I would say that this is a success. I think the cream products with that particular powder foundation, I think it works great.